All right, I'm here with Kempsville basketball coach Darren Sanderlin. His Chiefs winning here in the Reebok crossover showcase, 70-53 over Granby to move to 3-2 overall. And happy holidays, coach. First year at Kempsville, coming over from Booker T many seasons. We saw you back in the summer when you got the job and discussed it. 5 games in, you got a long way to go with it. Give me the temperature of this group right now.
Well, learning how to win. You know what I mean? And we trying to establish that in practice every day. You know, wanting to win and believing you can win is two different things. You know what I mean? You got to believe, and if you believe, it'll give you more fight. It'll give you more fight. It'll give you more assertiveness and stuff like that. You know, I got some pretty good players that's hungry. You know, that they want to be good, they want to be better, but we got to take the necessary steps.
You've always been big about seeing it and believing it, and I think even though with this new realignment, you won state titles at Booker T as a player and as a coach with the 6 divisions, Booker T is the 3.
Yes,
you guys are in Division 5. To be the team in Louisa last weekend that was in the Division 4 state championship last year, did that kind of build some confidence for these young guys?
Yes, and it showed me a lot of character also. You know, coming off a tough loss to PA at home, and then going over there and playing a pretty good team. They were a good team. You know, it showed me a lot about our character. That's when I realized that we really do want to win.
Yeah.
But we got to believe we can win, and the only way we can do that is keep putting in the necessary work in practice.
First half, you got out to a 21-3 lead. You defended well, you shared the basketball. Third quarter, you guys got a little haywire. They outscored you 22-13, but I thought at the end of the quarter and start of the fourth quarter, Elijah White, your young sophomore point guard, hit a big 3, and then your go-to scorer, Dominic Stanford, who played well against Louisa, he was a little more aggressive in that stretch there when you had that 13-2 run. What did you see there?
Like you say, trying to mature. Instead of saying immaturity, let's say trying to mature. You know, you come off a good win, and now you think you did something.
Yeah.
And now you got to play somebody else. You know what I mean? So you're only as good as your last game. I mean, actually, you're only as good as your current game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it was one of those things where we started off and we was pretty hot. We came in and not understanding a lot of guys are young. You know, I got a lot of guys coming back. So not understanding that, you know, each game is a game in itself. You know, we go in at halftime and I could see in their eyes that, like, you know, we got this. And you never have anything until time runs out. You know what I mean? Yes,
it's
sir.
kind of like the Princess Anne game for you. You were down 26 in that game, had 2 gold looks at 3s that could have got you down to 6 in that game. It's just kind of letting these guys to, like, don't hit the relax button. You got to play for 32 minutes and beyond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what I told them in the locker room. You know, we practice hard all the way till it's time to go. Sometimes overtime. So, I mean, we got to play the game until the game is over.
2 more, let you run. What does this group do well? I mean, you got some nice pieces with White and Stanford, and mentioned Marcus Delbridge, who filled the stat sheet with some blocks, steals, rebounds, things of that nature. What's kind of this team's identity right now? You're still kind of finding it?
We're still finding the identity. One thing I'm liking that we're starting to play together. You know, we're starting to accept each other's flaws, and we're starting to accept each other's good. You know, and so as we do that, I think, you know, we'll get stronger and stronger. But like you said, we don't really have a particular identity yet where we can say we're a tough defensive team, or we're a tough rebounding team, or we're a super shooting team.
Right.
You know, we're kind of in the pot with all of that. You know what I mean? But we have to establish an identity within the next, I'll say the next 2-3 weeks.
Well, lastly, I appreciate your time. How critical these next 2-3 weeks, given that you're in 5A, which is the gauntlet we talked about, are taking 10 teams this year. I mean, we know about the heavy hitters with the Norviews, the Kickatan screen runs, and I think today, though it's only today, December 26th, you're, I think, tied with Nansman for the 10th seed. I mean, you lose 2 or 3 games in a stretch, it can pretty much knock you out.
It can knock you out. So, you know, and that's what another thing they have to understand, that we're not just playing another team. We're playing for position. You know what I mean? And playing for position means that you're not playing to win. Actually, you're just playing to get better and better and better. And hopefully down in end of February, early March, that you're peaking. You know, so that's the goal. I want to be peaking around that time.
Well, Chiefs going to win today. We'll see you in the new year. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Matt.